Good morning. I think today that's all. We are here. Hopefully somebody will turn up in a few minutes. Okay. Well, welcome to our third session of mindfulness meditation here. Can you raise a hand? So those who haven't been here. Yeah. Okay. So we have 5 new. Those who just came today, have you meditated before? Any sort of meditation? Okay, any? But you have, yeah? So sort of a meditation that you practice, did you practice long time or just tried and then left? Something like that, right? It is a bit difficult for me when I have to combine with continuously coming and then the new. However, we'll try to accommodate together in one go. So far we've been practicing, first time we practice more on trying to bring our mind back to the present moment, and then the last month we practiced connecting with our body, because of somebody who is coming continuously for 2-3 times already, and those who have just come to this session, it is a little difficult to start where to start, but however I will try my best to combine together. So far I was talking that 3 sessions, 1 session I didn't take, one of my members took it, and the 2 sessions I took. The first session I explained how to bring our mind into the present moment and then releasing. I used a simile of a toilet, so letting it go. And the second one I did was to connect with our body, because we neglect our body a lot. So practice of meditation is to connect with our mind with the body, so connecting and being here and now. And the practice this meditation, as we progress, then gradually what will happen is we will be able to notice the mind and the way mind works and how much we are attached to the things, and we are unable to stop in that. Okay, so that's why when we practice meditation, first of all we need to relax our body, and then bringing this scattered mind which normally chatting always to the present moment. And once this comes to the present moment, then connecting with our body, which is the body present always here. It won't be in the past or it won't be in the future, but we neglect to look after this body, right? So connecting with this one, and as a result of connecting with this body, and gradually what will happen is we will be able to notice the feelings and sensation that coming, feeling and sensation within the body that we can feel, and we can connect with it. Sometimes it can be a painful feeling, sometimes it can be emotional attachment, and sometimes can be our holding onto something and we can't let it go. And as a result, we constantly think and we constantly work on with that, why this is not that, why this is not that, this should be like this, that should be like that. And so we go on into the hamster wheel. So constantly thinking, and we forgot to stop. So today I wanted to focus on a stop. Do we stop when we need it? I remember when I was driving, coming to here, there was a traffic light, and then next to me there was another guy who was driving as well, and he was hitting the wheel, the steering wheel, probably thinking, come on, come on, come on. So when there is a traffic light, can we change the traffic light?
No.
Yeah? So thinking that, come on, change it, will it change?
No.
It won't change. Who disturbs? Traffic light disturbs us, or we disturbs? We disturb. So traffic lights in a way helping us to stop at that very moment. but we don't want to stop there. So traffic light, in a way, is something that is allowing us to relax and take your time. So this is the only moment that you have nothing to do. You don't have to press the pedals, you don't have to hold the steerings, you don't have to reply the telephones. Just there, enjoying. But we forgot. And we constantly think, you know. And then not only thinking that, even we shouted at the traffic light, what a stupid, please change it quickly, right? So traffic light, and as soon as it becomes red from the yellow, then our mind already pushed the pedal and then ready to go. But when we go to the training, driving test, do you remember what does it say when you see the yellow light? Wait. Yeah, wait, stop there, looking at it, you know, waiting. And this is the perfect moment to reflect on ourselves. Reflect on ourselves and connecting with ourselves and being mindful of our body and thoughts. How much I am thinking, how much I am exaggerating, how much I am making the stories on things which is yet to come. Same thing with another simile I can give you. Do you come on a bus? Anybody come on a bus? Yeah? What happened when you see the bus is not arrived as it should be?
Today it's happened like I am walk and bus already leave.
Okay.
You know, it's just distance like this. And he saw me on different street, and because I'm like, and he stopped.
Okay.
And I need change two buses, and again, you know, I took one bus, and after I said, bus driver, please stop, because I need exchange for another one.
Okay.
And another just was behind him. And when I tried to catch another one, he just tried go, and bus driver just tried stop another. It's just
yeah.
really
So that's the, you know, and that
stressful experience.
Her experience is bus left. What about bus hasn't arrived yet? There is a timetable. Say, let's say, you know, 10 to 15. It's already 10 to 15, and bus hasn't arrived yet. How many things going on in your head? How much you're talking in your head? What happened to this bus? What a stupid driver! You know, what a stupid things, this and that. So much thinking. Why don't we think that stop? You know, rather than giving those thoughts to the driver, to the bus, to the traffic, stopping there. And this is the perfect moment you have. Nothing that you're going to do. This is the waiting time. And this is the perfect moment that you can come and bring that attention, bring your mind and feel your body, know you're thinking, seeing how I am thinking, knowing that how much I am thinking, and then being there at the very present moment. I remember a few years ago I was in the Barclay bank on the queue, and I was, I think, 4th or 5th line to the counter, and there was two guys at the front, and one of the guys was pretty okay. The second at the front of that guy, he was like a very anxious and thinking. Hands were moving, legs were moving, hitting the floor, you know, and then scratching here and there. Probably he was thinking, come on, this is getting too long. I need to do something. Right? That is what's happening. He's thinking too much ahead, and yet he hasn't finished the job that he is there for. Right? Probably he was thinking, a lady who was at the counter, oh, what a stupid, doing so slow. or maybe blaming to the staffs. It's too slow, come on, do it, hurry up. But we forgot, when we are in the counter, we also spend similar time as that person or somebody is there. But we forgot of their time, forgot of our time, and then we are exaggerating so much. So we forgot to stop, reflect, noticing, being that present moment. Even now, you can look at yourself. Are you stopped here?
No.
Okay? So, why don't you stop here? Can you stop? Can you?
Try.
Huh? How can you stop then? Here. We can't stop because we have a history. We have a history of this and that. And then we can't stop because there are so many things we want to do. And then constantly planning of that, doing this and doing that. But we forgot this present moment, what a wonderful time that we have. See, now you don't have to read the newspaper, need the letters, reply the Facebook, nothing. And you're just here. What a wonderful time. And this is the important time, most important time in our life. And we forgot to enjoy and use this most important time, most important time of our life. So how can we enjoy? I remember a few years ago I was in London, and one of the monks gave a talk. He was saying that in America, one of the live channel broadcast something which is very unusual, and this presenter trying to get something very unusual sights in New York. And one day morning, it was very sunshine, and this crew went to find something very unusual. So along the way he was filming, and then he saw two monks walking in the garden in New York. And he thought, wow, this is unusual for New Yorkers. So this guy went in with the crew and then greeted this monk, one of the senior monks, and then he asked this monk, he introduced himself, that I am so and so, I'm from this live broadcast, you are on a live, so I want to ask you one question. And he asked, what is the most important things to know in this world? And this monk said, who are you? And the presenter thought, probably he doesn't understand what I'm saying. So he again repeated the same thing. I am so and so, this is my crew, we are on television, so you are on live. I want to ask you a question. What is the most important things to know in the world? Monk again said, who are you? So this gentleman thought probably he has to speak very slowly. So he said, my name is so and so, this is my crew, you are on live, I want to ask you one question. What is the most important things to know in the world? The monk said, stupid. I replied 2 times already. The most important thing to know is who you are. So do we know who we are? That's the question for yourself, to find out who you are. And to find who you are, so stopping here will guide you. Okay? So before going further, I want you to sit down properly, in a comfortable way, questioning yourself, who am I? Am I stopping here? Who am I, and am I stopping here? And to do that, first of all, relaxing yourself. Free from the history. You have no names, you have no nationalities, you have no identities at all. Okay? Nothing you have. take out your names away from yourself that is given to you, and just you, your body and the mind, and relax. And then connect with your body, this body that you call mind, they call I, connecting with this body. And to connect with this body completely, if you can close your eyes, then it will take you to connect with your body. And that moment you are just feeling your sensation, sensing your body presentness here. And as soon as you close your eyes and as soon as you try to feel your body, your mind will take into the history or the mystery in the future. So try to leave those and back to connect with your body. Feeling, sensing this body, connecting with this body, and stopping here. And each time mind just flies away, stopping here, and stopping, just connecting with the body, knowing the body. And even just the feeling and sensing this body is so difficult because of the history, mystery, identity, ethnicity, whatever you name it, comes in to involve all the things that you know. It just takes you away. So just come back again and stopping here, enjoying the moment that you have here, feeling the tension coming from the chair to your body, connecting with yourself. And doing nothing. Just be here, stopping. The art of stopping is a great moment that we can have. So connecting with the body, feeling, sensing, knowing, observing the body presentness here, and relax. And as the body relaxes, only one movement is taking place in our body, which is related to the breath. Try to communicate with this breath. Where do you feel the movements? Where can you connect? And each time when you connect, each time when you feel, you're connected here. Each time when your mind thinking something, stopping there and back, coming back and stopping here, not in the memories. All the memories that we are thinking is again happening here now. All the stories that we are talking again happens here now. It didn't happen. We are not going back to the past as we are thinking of that memories, but that's happening now. All that is happened is already gone, but we forgot to stop thinking of that memories. All the plans that we have, again, happening here. Anything that we are thinking is happening here. So stopping here. There will be plenty of time to think about it, but this moment we are stopping here fully, body, mind and heart. Feeling, sensing, knowing, seeing, observing. And as we stop here, we see this connection, this integration, dissecting, and then dissolving those thoughts, those memories, those plans, and just being here and now. Just here and now, connecting the body, knowing the body, feeling the body. And connecting with this breath related places as it moves. And wherever you feel comfortable to, it can be a nose, the breath, breathe in and out, maybe the chest in the middle of the breath, rising, falling. It can be the rising, falling of abdomen, the end of the breath. Wherever you can pay attention to, able to be with that, able to feel it comfortably, that you can use it as an anchor, a home base. You can come back and relax and being here and now in this very moment. With that anchor, you're always here in this present moment. And this is the only moment that we have. Each breath that we feel, we are here. Each sensation that we can feel in our body, we are here. And each time when we feel here, we feel more relaxed, more compassionate towards ourselves, more kindness towards ourselves. When we are thinking about the past or are lost in thoughts, if that is for just a couple of time, then that is a normal human. But if we are thinking or always thinking of it, then it can be a very problematic for ourselves. We can't sleep, can't eat, and cause other illnesses. So practice of mindfulness is to know that these things happening here, not dwelling in the past memories nor the future. So stopping here, this very moment, with your good friend, the body. And if you have chosen to pay attention to one of those, nose, chest or the abdomen, try to notice that place, how it is functioning, what are the characteristics. And as you pay attention to it, how do you feel? Just as if you feel comfortable to pay attention to the abdomen, as breath in, abdomen rises, noticing rising. As breath out, abdomen falls, noticing it as falling. So rising, falling. Rising, falling. Noting is very important, so that confirms our awareness. So rising, rising, falling, falling. And if you feel the gap between rising, falling, you can extend it into a touching. Feeling the touching point between your body and the chair. Rising, falling, touching. Rising, falling, touching. So now you can bring your attention to your eyes and feeling the tension in your eyes and opening up yourself. So that is another way of practicing meditation, to be in here, stopping in this present moment, here and now. As a sitting meditation you can do this, and even when you're sitting in your sofa, in a table, chair, wherever, having a tea, coffee, you can stop there enjoying that very moment. So I want to practice walking meditation, okay? So walking meditation, basically we're practicing being aware of our walk. So as we put the foot forward and we are aware of that. In a walking meditation it involves with standing, walking and turning. So when we are standing, we are aware of our standing body, and when we walk, we are aware of as we start walking. So right goes thus, left goes thus. Once we have reached the destination, and standing again, and then turning, and then walking back again. So the practice of a walking meditation, again, it seems easier because we open our eyes. So we are not closing our eyes and doing a meditation while we are walking. So we have to open our eyes. So as a result, our eyes are so sensitive, so we identify immediately that what is this. Like seeing the chair, we immediately notify that this is a chair, and this color and that color, made of this and that. So as a result, when we are doing a walking meditation, we need to be very, very mindful of our foot going up and down. In the meantime, it also a practice of noticing the stop each time when we place. And when we are walking, we forgot to stop. Our feet are here, but our destination somewhere else. And when we are walking mindlessly. And again, if we are angry, if we are full of anger and hatred, then when we are walking, again, other people can see us as well, that this person is angry, because the way how we are walking defines the character. So practice of walking meditation, basically learning to know how to stop each step. So right goes thus. Each thus we are stopping, noticing. Each thought, noticing, stopping. So, and as a result, we can practice this in our day-to-day life a lot. Okay? So let's practice. You can stand up. You can put your hands on like this at the front, or you can put your hands at the back like this. It is said that if you put your hands on the back, it helps your heart diseases. Okay? So, but I prefer this way, which is I feel more comfortable. Okay? And this way, and before we do the proper walking meditation, I want to feel what mindfulness of walking means. So if you walk front, normally we do not care much about our foot because it's been used to with us. What about if we go back? So can we face towards so you can walk back? Now, without looking at your back, can you step back three steps? So how much you are aware of your feet? Yeah, how much tension you can feel in your head and the back, and how much mindful you are as you are putting feet backward. Now, can you go forward for 3 steps? Now you see what's the difference here. When we are putting forward, we do not have to put much effort at all. We are not aware either. We are not mindful either. But when we are walking back, why do we have to put so much mindfulness? So this is the mindfulness we are learning through our natural process. So we know it is. So that's the same thing when we are practicing going forward. We are similar way of noticing and how much we are mindful of, fully aware of each moment as we move on forward. So can you move back again 3 steps and watching your feet? At first, so many people wobbly. Now it's not wobbly much because you have concentrated on your feet a lot. So that much mindfulness you are now. And that's the same thing with going forward. So now I will guide you and then we walk forward. So standing in a still and relax the body from top to bottom, feeling the sensation throughout the body. Standing, feeling the support from the ground. Standing, feeling the greatness of earth. Start walking, right goes thus. So lifting right leg, going forward and placing. And noticing the stop. Left goes thus. Stop. Right goes thus. Stop. Left goes thus. Stop. Right goes thus. Last step. Left goes thus. And standing. 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 Turning. Turning from your right. Standing. 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 Start walking. Right goes thus. Left goes thus. Right goes thus. Left goes thus. Right goes thus. Left goes thus. Right goes thus. Last step. Left goes thus. Standing. 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 Turning. Standing. Standing. standing, and this time I want you to practice on your own. Whenever you're ready, you can start walking slowly or firmly and noticing each stop. As you lift your leg, as you move, as you place. Standing, turning, standing. Whenever you're ready, you may start walking. And turning. And start walking whenever you're ready. Noticing the stop as you walk, and that stop, not just the stop walking, but also thinking. Standing, feeling the sensation throughout the body. Standing, feeling the support from the ground. Standing, feeling the greatness of earth, and relax. And turning, and walking slowly towards your chair. Noticing each steps as you walk. So this is the brisk walking meditation. We have 6 different levels of walking meditation, and this is one of them. That's the beginning. As we progress, then we will be doing even more slower to notice each movement as it takes place, and that basically means to know to stop, and then being aware of the present moment here and now. And you may notice that as soon as I say it, you can start walking and you just start. Forgot to note that you're going to start walking. So immediately we react. That's reaction which is always happening in our life as a result whenever things have a quick reaction towards things. So practice of mindfulness meditation is to, before you react, stopping, taking a little breath, connecting with us, and then after that we are walking or doing anything else, rather than reacting immediately, taking there's a pause or stopping, and then we are reacting. So when we react like that, then we are reacting in a way that's more objective, more concise, and then towards the direct point. There is no emotional engagement at all. There probably some, but later on there won't be any emotional engagement on that at all. There is a pause and then we react, which you can try at home when you're eating something, noticing the stop. This is particularly very good if you want to give up drinking alcohols or cigarettes or any bad habits. Before you react, before you take it, stop, have a pause, and then taking it. So if you are repeating it again and again, stopping before you take it, then definitely it will make you stop, because that time you are reflecting. Although it probably in a few seconds of a pause, but that allows us a lot of thoughts. Okay, and as a result, we will be stopping, and then we will be able to stop addicting. And from that, but many people think that we can't stop when we are addicted to things. But if our motivation and our true desire is there, then it's easy to stop. You won't be imagining that I used to be a smoker, I used to drink a lot of alcohol, and I used to be drinking a lot of coffee, so 4 or 5 cups of a day. Coffee, I just dropped it in November. In the past, I attempted to stop for a couple of times but failed. But last time, November, I stopped because I want to drink a lot. So I was visiting Austria and giving talks there, and then I went to visit in Switzerland, one of the temples, which is very on top of the mountains, and you can see the Mount Alps from the temples. Beautiful view. Once you are there, then you just want to be there. And then in that temple, they have a very good coffee blender, and with these coffee beans, very good smelly coffee beans. First night we arrived about 8 o'clock, and one of the monks made us a coffee, and it smells so good, so much. And then there was so many series of thoughts in me taking place when I went to sleep. Tomorrow early morning, before we do the chanting and meditation, I will go and blend this coffee and drink first, and then we'll go to the meditate, chanting, and then breakfast, and then I will have another coffee after breakfast before we go to visit Switzerland. So much thoughts started. And then I was entertaining with the thought. And early morning we wake up, I went to make a coffee. Surprisingly, that was lucky probably. I didn't know how to run the coffee machine. And I was so annoyed. We tried to find the sockets, we found it. There were two, me and my friend, and he came from Thailand. We tried to find the sockets, we found it. Machine was perfectly okay, but we didn't know how to function. And we saw a coffee beans, and we didn't know how to put the coffee beans in the coffee machine. And we were so annoyed. But the bell rang, so we had to go to the chanting and the meditation. My chanting wasn't good at all, because I was constantly thinking this coffee, constantly blaming this coffee machine, why it is not working. Constantly thinking of that, and meditation was perfectly coffee meditation. And then after we finished our meditation, when we were having a breakfast, I asked, how do you function this coffee machine? Oh, it's very simple, you just turn it on. And I thought, what? We found the switch too, but we didn't know how to function. So there was a special one click which we didn't know, and he told us. And then we went upstairs to have a coffee, which is the room for the coffee. We went, and then one monk who was looking after us, providing hospitality, he blended the coffee, and again a so good smell. It's like I was waiting for so long to entertain this coffee, It's like so much. And I asked, "Oh, where do you buy this coffee machine and coffee beans?" And the answer was so tempting: Costco. And I live next to the Costco. And I thought, oh, that's bad. That's really, really bad. Then I took myself, I didn't take that coffee, already blended. I handed over to another monk and, okay, I'm going to stop drinking. And ever since, I haven't touched coffee at all. Okay? So it's again our willpower to stop when we wanted to. Normally what happens is, oh, if I drink, if I don't stop it, if I stop it, it will cause like me this and that, and it will be like this and like that. So we exaggerate so much, and we do not want to stop at that very moment. But if we have a really real willpower and are mindful of that I'm not going to have it, it doesn't matter what happens, then surely you can. It doesn't mean I didn't suffer for 1 or 2 months, because my habit was very bad. Whenever I go to the city, I always needed to go to the Costa. So I still have a loyalty Costa card. Whenever I go there, I go to the city now. Those 2 months, there was this nose, taking me to the Costa, espresso latte, taking me, and always I avoid. And there was so much dragging, pulling, and pushing going on in me to go to the Costa and take a coffee. But I stopped. No. And then those days I didn't have even a single thought that I can go in the Costa coffee and drink tea. I didn't have that thought. My mind was always thinking of a coffee. Coffee, and as a result, I was suffering. But later, I changed. Just a single change. That was, I couldn't avoid, because I was with my friend and we went to the coffee. They asked for a coffee, and then out of a blue, first thought was, I'm not going to have anything, but I will go and sit down. But when he asked me, what would you like to drink? My first word was a coffee. And then I said, oh no, sorry, do you have a green tea? And then that was the beginning of drinking a green tea. And then after I drank a green tea in Costa Coffee, now doesn't matter whichever shop I am going, I can drink tea rather than coffee. So it takes a time to stop when we have these habit patterns, but that doesn't mean we can't stop. Only needs is the willpower to stop it, and constantly reminding us that this is I'm going to do. Constant reminding, constantly mindful, aware of this, then we will be able to stop there. So you can go and practice in your home too, how to stop. If you have a bad habit, then try this. Probably works for you. It worked for me, so you can stop. Meantime, there are so many other emotional things, emotional attachment things. Those are causing us a lot of trouble. Probably some nowadays. Yesterday was a lot of talk about mental health. Okay, and those again, when we look at it, much of the things happen in the past, and we are not able to let it go, not able to stop thinking about it. So then again, this also may help you, being mindful of stopping here in this very present moment with this body and mind and heart here. It will help to heal yourself. And to get that state again, you have to start from the small things, small little things, feeling all the things that you are doing and stopping there, rather than walking. As I said, you can walk rather than immediately walking, pausing, stopping, and then walking. Same with the eating. drinking, whatever we do, pausing there and then starting. So being mindful of like that, then definitely I'm sure that it worked me, so it will work to you too. Okay? So anything to ask before we stop? If you have any questions or anything, you want to private talk to me, you can email me or telephone me, or you can come to the center. So please welcome. And again, we are every month we have here on Monday, last Monday of the month, so you can come and practice. Okay. So this month you can take away with a stop, stopping each moment, each time, and not only the physical, also stopping from the mind. Okay. So if so, then before we go, let's do the loving kindness meditation for just a few moments. Okay, so relax the body, bring your attention to here in this room and to your body, feeling, sensing, knowing the body, and reflecting on today's practice, generating willpower to continue practicing. Feeling the beating heart, and if you can't feel the beating heart, physically smiling will connect you, and as you feel the connection with your heart, generating loving kindness and compassion towards yourself. I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. And similarly sharing loving kindness and compassion to all of the sentient beings, far and wide, nearer and dearer, starting from our parents, children, husband, wife, family, friends, relatives, and all of the sentient beings, visible and invisible beings, whatever beings there are. May they be happy. May they be peace. May they be free from suffering. May they be free from hurtfulness. May they be free from hatred. May they be well, may they be happy, may they be peaceful. So bring your attention to your hands, feeling the sensation in your hands, and to your body, and to your eyes, and come out from meditation and reflect a few moments. Okay, thank you very much. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you so much.